is directed by Andrew Fleming. It is written by Peter Filardo and Andrew Fleming, and it stars Robin Tunney, Fazora Bulk, Neve Campbell, Skeet Ulrich, Rachel True, and Breckin Myers. The movie is essentially, it's kind of like Charmed before Charmed. It's about a bunch of teenage girls, a girl who moves with her family to California and goes to an all like Catholic school, and she meets these girls there, and they're all into these witchcrafts and everything, and turns out they're witches, and they're practicing witchcrafts so that way they can better their lives. Like one girl who is the leader of them, Fazora Bork, she basically is someone who is abused by her stepfather, and she's trailer trash. Neve Campbell is a cutter, so she has cut marks all over her back and everything. And Rachel True is essentially someone who's racially bullied because of the color of her skin by a white girl. And then, of course, Robin Tunney's character, she is a new girl who cut herself, was suicidal. She moved over here to basically, get away from that lifestyle to try to help, because after her mom, her mom died, I think she was a kid or she was a little toddler, but she died, and so basically she was like really depressed and lonely and stuff, and so her dad brought her out here, and so the movie kind of is like these girls all like meet each other. Like what it is like she's like a new girl, and then she like tries to befriend them, but then they turn her off. But then they see that she can do magic, like make a pencil levitate and everything, and and then of course then they try to befriend her after they see she has powers, but then she doesn't want to, because she's like, okay, no, you already gave me the cold shoulder, and she meets this guy played by Skeet Ulrich, who was like the high school jock and everything, and he tries to befriend her and be nice to her, and he does, and she likes him, and they kind of like start dating, but then he spreads a horrible rumor about her, like he did with the one of the Wiccan girls, and basically everyone at school believes it, and so she's embarrassed, but then the girls, all the witches, confront her, and they show her compassion, and they hang out and they become friends, and they start practicing magic and everything, and then they all basically go to like this witchcraft store and get some spells, and they practice these spells, and they all start bettering their lives. Like one girl, the leader of that's trailer trash, of the Covenant, she basically betters her life by basically killing her stepfather, and basically betters her life, becomes like rich, because he had a massive life insurance and everything, and now she can have whatever she wants in life, and she don't have to be trailer trash anymore. And one girl, the one that's had cut her, her mom's been taking her to the doctor so she can get rid of those scars on her back. Well, because that's what she wants, they're all gone. It works. And then, of course, the Rachel True's character, who is the black girl who's bullied by this white girl, she basically gets back at the bully who's beautiful. She has long, beautiful hair. All her hair starts falling out, and she starts becoming bald. So that way it's kind of like a reverse in the mirror, how ugly your soul is, so now you're going to be ugly. And I like that. And then of course the one girl who's like new to the school, she basically gets back at the guy who basically spread the rumors about her, and he makes him like a lapdog. He's head over heels for her. He wants to carry her books, and that's all he can think about is her. He's like, I love you, I want to be with you, I wanted this and that. And so they all basically start bettering their lives and everything, but then it starts turning worse, because the more they use their magic, it starts kind of like they start using it for evil purposes. Like one girl, like their spells kind of become more crazier. The best way to describe it is like, one thing is like one girl, like the leader of them, who was trailer trash, she starts doing more evil stuff, and like hurting and killing people, and killing animals. That's horrific, and just all kind of crazy stuff starts happening, and it just gets really more like intense, and then one girl, and then like the guy becomes obsessive, that's obsessed with her and the spell, and he even does something heinous, tries to do something heinous to her, and just all this stuff happening, and you know, and it just like they all start basically their spells start firing back on them because of all the like the spells, because it's a spell. It's not mentally like these spells are just meant to be, I guess, like they're not meant to just like affirm it forever. Like these spells, if it's kind of like you can send energy out, but that energy has to come back. It's going to come back. You know, it can't just sit out there, because if it sits out there, it's kind of like, you know, it's going to turn evil or something like that. You know, and it's one of those movies that it tells a lot of good issues. Like it deals with bullying in such a way where like, yeah, this was bullying and this stuff happens in real life, only we don't have witchcraft and all that stuff and superpowers kind of thing, or witches' powers, not superpowers. But it deals with this movie, and I've always loved this movie because it's such a unique, empowering female movie about just a bunch of girl witches. And, you know, one of the witches is African American, which, honestly, for a 90s movie, that, you know, that's really progressive, you know, because if, like, you know, like, if they wouldn't have cast Rachel True, I'm sure they would have cast a white girl, you know, and I think that's really, you know, awesome for them, you know, good for them. You know, that's really progressive for that time period. You know, and like, you know, and it is a 90s movie, so it has all the lame 90s cliches and stuff. But, I mean, it does do a lot of impressive. And it also has a song from Charmed by the Smiths, you know, like the Charmed theme song, which I did not know this when I was doing research, but Andrew Fleming wanted to turn this into a TV show. This movie came out before Charmed. He wanted to turn it into a TV show and, like, continue on, I think, with these girls, like, you know, living, like, in a, like, you know, like the three living like in like a house in LA and fighting supernatural forces. And then of course then I guess the project fell apart, and then someone took his idea and then changed some things and then called it Charmed and stuff. And then Andrew Fleming was angry about that. He even went after them, saying like, look dude, I created The Craft, you know, you just ripped off, you took my idea basically and stole it and then called it your idea Charmed. So I did not know this, but Charmed technically is a ripoff of The Craft. You know, just a few minor changes. And in fact, they even stole the song in The Craft and used it for Charmed. I'm like, really? But I mean, yeah, so I did not know that. I mean, the movie, it's really empowering for a female audience to watch. My aunt loves this movie. I've been watching this since I was a kid, on VHS to DVD to Blu-ray. It's such a great movie. If you've never seen this movie, I urge you all to watch it. It's such a strong movie. I mean, it's great. Like, I would say, for a 90s movie, this is such a great movie to watch. Like, it's really good. There's a lot of practical effects, like snakes and animals and stuff, to where I'm like, wow, how'd they do this? Like, there's a cool scene with, like, sharks on a beach, and I'm like, how'd they do that? It has to be, like, practical, because there's no way it's CGI in the 90s. It was, like, 95 or 96. So I'm like, I was really impressed. You'd have to watch the scene I'm talking about to understand. And there's even a cool witch fight scene at the end that's really well done. Like, a lot of the effects hold up till today. I mean, this movie holds up really well. You know, there is a sequel called The Craft Legacy, which I will not be reviewing because I've heard negative things saying this is stupid, it's really bad. And so I'm not going to watch that movie. I have heard bad things about it, so I mean, I'm sure there's other YouTubers that are out there reviewing it. They can review it. I'm not going to, because I love The Craft, and I would just break my heart to watch The Craft Legacy and be so disappointed. So, I mean, I understand you could say, well, you know, maybe you'll enjoy it. Maybe you're just like, that's an opinion. I know, but, like, it's kind of like, you know, just like, when you like something so much, you know, and if there's nothing but negativity surrounding that movie, you don't want to watch it just in case that you see that negativity come to you. So that's why it's best to stay away from that negativity. I mean, if I come across on TV or something, I might check it out, but if I'm not going to go search it out, you know. But I will say, if I had to give this movie a grade, I will give this movie a B+. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to have another video up tomorrow, doing my 31 day. This is my second day on it. And so I'm got another video, and I got a collaboration coming up. I don't know if the collaboration's next, because I'm still working on that collaboration. Like, the guys already sent me his part. And then I'm just editing it and everything, but I got it all taken care of and everything, and I'm just gonna say you're gonna like the movie. At least I hope you like the movie. It's a cool collaboration. I can't wait. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a safe, wonderful holiday. Happy Halloween, and if you can, just give this video a like and thumbs up and fall down the rabbit hole for more. Thank you all so much for watching. Goodbye. Thank you.
the craft.
Girls, watch out for those weirdos.
We are the weirdos, mister.